Okay, fine. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So Kirtana, first I would like to know which topics you want to cover during this time period. Firstly, as your mom told, that is the this topic, right? Biotechnology, right?
Yeah.
So this whole criteria we need to finish, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Anything else? Any other unit you want to cover or only this?
Uh, 1 second, ma'am. I also want to finish. 1 second, ma'am. Let me just open mine. Yeah. The unit 3, ma'am, refracting to stimuli, coordination and response.
This thing, right? But see,
Mm.
Kirtana, this is a very big topic, both of them. Okay, biotech also
Yeah.
a very big topic. So I won't
Yeah.
expect, you won't expect that it will be finished within February. Okay, fine. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely we will start with the biotech topic. Okay,
Yeah.
by February I will try to finish it, and I hope it will finish. Okay,
Yeah,
so
ma'am.
this one fine. Then if you like, if have time, then we will start
Yeah.
with the this coordination chapter, because this is also very big topic. You also know this is actually the nervous system and other
Yeah.
things. Okay, all the sense organs. Fine. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to give you I want to clear your base. So I will not
Yeah.
rush in all these things. Okay. So I'm very clear, very particular on that. So yes, this topic we will start from next session. This unit biotechnology, and I will give you a nice idea, and all the criteria will be finished properly. Fine. Then if
Mm.
we get time, we will start with this. Okay, reflecting
Yeah, ma'am.
testimony. Okay, fine. So today, as you told me, we will start with this sorry, 9, right? Circle of life. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is also a very big unit. So I will just give you an idea today about the life cycles. Okay, method of
Mm-hmm.
reproduction, asexual and sexual reproduction. We will discuss elaborately about the process of asexual reproduction in plants and animals, and their advantage, disadvantages, and sexual reproduction. What is sexual reproduction? What are their limitations and advantages? And we will try to learn the structure of a insect pollinated flower. Fine. And what is
Okay, ma'am.
pollination? What are the different type of pollinations are there? I would try to complete these things today. Fine.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So starting with this. Okay. So our topic name is circle of life. So from the picture also you can understand, right? This is the life cycle actually. So
Yeah,
what is
ma'am, you're not sharing that
uh
of that screen.
you are okay, okay, okay. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Now fine.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So I will send you all this PPT, the whole
Sure,
PPT I
ma'am.
will send you. So you no need to like write, copy it. You just
Okay.
see and try to understand. Okay. So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
is the circle of life? Actually, life cycle. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
So just a minute, it is not working. Okay. Okay. So what is life cycle? You know, from birth to death, we
Yeah.
all animals, all organisms undergo a series of changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the whole changes together is called life cycle. So the series of changes that the member of a species undergo as they pass from the beginning of a given developmental stages to the inception of that same developmental stage in a subsequent generation. So in
Mm-hmm.
short, in a very simplified way, this is the definition. So if we try to simplify it, we can say that the series of changes an organism undergo from birth to their death, that whole cycle is called life cycle. And during this course of time, they undergo changes so that they are capable of doing reproduction, so that they are
Okay.
capable of transfer their genetic material to their next generation or offspring. Fine.
Okay.
So this whole process is called life cycle.
Okay.
So here we can see the life cycle of a frog. You can see from egg they become tadpole. Then the next stage is froglet, and ultimately they become a mature frog. And again, they are capable at this stage. They are capable of giving birth to the new offspring or starting a new generation. Fine.
Okay.
So yes, we will try to understand the whole process of life cycle with few examples. Fine.
Okay.
So yeah, as I told you, as I just give an overview of the life cycle of a frog, if we see bit details, we can see. You also know that the eggs of the frog are laid in a group in the water. That we have sometimes we have seen also. So this they will then hatch into the tadpoles, right? So a female frog can lay up to 4,000 eggs at one time. Fine. Why this many egg they are laying? So that to ensure, because that is not inside their body, right? This is external fertilization, right? So the to ensure that, okay, if some eggs are damaged, some eggs are eaten by other animals, other predators, some animals
That we left.
some left, so that their generation will be continued. Fine. So they lay up to 4,000 eggs at one time. Okay, I am telling you repeatedly, each and every line has a concept behind it. Try to understand that. Okay, then you will enjoy biology. Okay. So these eggs float on water in pond, lake, stream, river. These places they just lay their eggs, and it look like a mass of jelly. So these eggs are known as frog spawn. What are they called? They are called frog spawn. Okay. Okay, and will hatch into the tadpoles soon. So when the egg hatch, tadpoles emerges. These are the tadpoles. So these are the larval stage of frog. Okay, they don't. Okay, they don't move very much at all for the first 2 weeks after emerging, and will spend their time absorbing and remaining yolk from their absorbing the remaining yolk part for their nutrition. Okay, so when they hatch, after hatching they don't move much, because of course if they move much they cannot camouflage, right? If they don't camouflage, predator can eat them, right? So they don't move very much, just little bit movement, and then most of the time they take their nutrient from the remaining of the yolk which is present in the egg. Okay, then the tadpole then spend some time eating and growing, obviously, then like how caterpillar do, they will eat and grow. And then the tadpoles are young, they look like lot more like fish than frog. Okay, so when they become young, they are not like a frog, they look more like a fish. And they also have gills to allow them to breathe underwater, because tadpoles are in the water and they are not coming on the land, so they have gills and a tail also. Okay, so these gills help them to breathe into the water. And tadpole feed on algae and other plant life in the water to give them energy. They feed on algae, whatever the aquatic plant is present into the water. Okay, so as the tadpole grows, hind limb emerges. Okay, that time they don't have any limb, but frog has 4 limbs, right? So as they grows, subsequent weeks they have the hind limbs. First the hind limbs emerges. Okay, and they begin to look like small frog with a tail. This one. Okay.
Yeah.
So they were looking like this. Then hind limb emerges and they look like a small frog rather than a fish. Okay.
Okay.
And but they have tail. So they also begin to develop lungs, because they need to, when they become fully grown, they need to come on land. So they need the lungs to breathe. So they can breathe out of water when they begin to spend time on land. Skin then forms over the juvenile gills to reveal a juvenile frog with a very long tail. So now the gills disappear. Flap of skin cover the gills. Okay, fine. Because gills are like, here that they have gills, they are open so that they can breathe into the water. As soon as they become froglets, they grow hind limbs. Their tail also still present, but their gills disappear. It is covered with a small membrane of skin. Fine. So now they become froglet and they are ready to come on the land. So you can see here, this is the froglet, okay? So, or you can say juvenile frog. So they grows front legs also slowly, and its tail gradually becomes shorter. And there are nutrients within its tail that is absorbed as food. So obviously, okay, we in our environment, we organism don't waste anything. Yeah, we human being waste. That's why lot of pollutions are there. But as they are shed, their tail is becoming shorter. What will happen? The thing present inside the tail, the ATP, whatever is present, or the whatever is present inside the tail, what will happen with it? They will utilize it as food. Okay, they will absorb as food. So this young froglet is then ready to jump out of the water to experience life on the land. Okay.
Okay.
Now the frog develop into an adult and begin to eat insects rather than vegetation. Now they don't eat algae. They start eating insects, and it can take up to 4 years before the frog become fully mature. Okay, before they do reproduction, it takes around 4 years. Okay, from birth to do the reproductively mature, it take about 4 years. Okay, so one it is the frog can then lay eggs and fertilize them, and the life cycle of a frog can continue again and again. Do you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
So in short, we can say that in the life cycle of frog, they have egg, the fully mature frog. The fertilized egg. From the fertilized egg, the tadpole emerges. Eggs are like jelly. It's a jelly-like substance, and they lay up to 4,000 egg, right?
Yeah.
A female can lay up to 4,000 egg, and it is laid into the river, stream, or the water body. And then the tadpole emerges. Until 2 weeks, they don't move much. They just eat the remnant of the yolk. Okay. Then they have the gills. That tadpole have gills to breathe into the water. They have a long tail also. Okay. And they don't have any limbs. Slowly, after 2 weeks, they become little bit mature, and slowly, in subsequent weeks, they grow the hind limbs, and their gills are covered with a very thin membrane of skin, and now they look more like a frog rather than a fish. And in subsequent weeks, their tail becomes shorter. They develop the forelimb also, and now this stage is called froglet. Now they are ready to jump out on the land, and when their tail is fully removed or fully fully absorbed, they come out of the water, and they start their land life. And at that time, they started eating insect instead of vegetation. And when they lose their tail, they use it, they absorb the content as food. Fine. Now this frog, they need to wait, I think, 4 years to become fully mature and become fully reproductively mature, so that they can lay their eggs, or they can fertilize. If they are male, they will fertilize the egg, and then they can start their new generation. Fine. So this is the thing. Okay, Kirtana, one more thing I want to tell you. Once this meeting ended, you just come back with the same meeting link. Okay.
Okay.
You have to come back 3 times, because after 20 minutes it will be stopped. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the overall life cycle of a frog, but there are some fun facts in the frog life cycle. Firstly, some main points, important points rather, you can say. Like, frog can lay up to 4,000 eggs at one time. You know why? What is the reason behind it? You know it. Then the stage between a tadpole and the adult frog is called froglet. Okay. The full growth cycle from egg to frog take just 14 weeks.
14 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. After 2 weeks, once they become tadpole, after 2 weeks, they started moving, and they changed, their bodies changed. Okay. Slowly started changing. The process of a tadpole changing into a frog is called metamorphosis. Very, very important short question. What is metamorphosis? Okay. So the process of changing from a frog to a froglet to a frog, a tadpole to a frog, this process is called metamorphosis. But yeah, this metamorphosis, I will give you the definition of metamorphosis later. Okay, in my next class, just remind me. Okay. Okay, metamorphosis is two type. One is progressive metamorphosis and another is retrogressive metamorphosis. Okay, one is progressive. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
metamorphosis and another is retrogressive. Okay, so this thing, you know, what is progressive and what is retrogressive. Progressive, in case of progressive metamorphosis, what happened, the organism achieves some new character which is beneficial, which is more higher than the previous one. Okay, so it is progressing. But what is retrogressive? When they acquire some less lesser character, which is not progressive, which is bringing him like down. Understand? So this kind of metamorphosis is called retrogressive metamorphosis. Okay.
Okay.
So like in this case, frog is becoming adult or tadpole is becoming frog. This is a progressive metamorphosis. Okay, because it is acquiring some higher character, some beneficial character. Okay, but if it is like backward movement, okay, suppose a larva is going to pupal stage, suppose tadpole is going to adult frog, it is progressive. But if it is just opposite, it will become retrogressive metamorphosis. Okay, this also happen in some cases. So this thing I will discuss in my next class. Just remind me once. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I will give you the definition, exact biological definition. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So this process is called metamorphosis. Okay. So there is evidence that frogs have been on Earth for over 200 million years, and that is as long as the dinosaurs roamed the planet. Okay, it is that much older species. Now the largest frog grows to 15 inches and weighed 7 pounds. This is the Goliath frog, or in West Africa. Okay.
Okay.
And frog absorb water through their skin, so they don't need to drink water. Fine. These are some fun fact about frog. And you also know that frog do respiration or breathing through, when they are tadpole, they do through lungs, gills, and when they become mature, they do it through their lungs and moist skin. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the next, very important, life cycle of human being. Okay. So the human life cycle has 6 stages. First is fetus. Okay. Then they become baby. Now the baby little bit grown up, become child. Then they reach the adolescent stage. Okay. In the adolescent stage, they have a lot of physiological and mental changes. Okay. Then they become adult, and they again then the cycle continues in this way, right? So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can say like the stages are fetus, baby, child, adolescent, adult, and elderly. When they become elderly, they are no more capable of giving birth to the young ones. So main fertile phase is, or reproductively mature phase is, adolescent and adult. Okay. So this
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
so we can say like, although we can say like life cycle in stages, people continually and gradually change from day to day throughout all the stages, that we know that every day our body is little bit changing, right? So it is not like a massive or drastic change occur like in a day. Gradually, year after year, the changes occur, right? So we can see that from a mature parent, like sperm and ovum, they fertilize. It is an internal fertilization which is occurring inside the body, and the baby come out, and then after gestation, after full gestation period, the baby come out, and then baby slowly they gradually they grow up, they become child, then they become the they become they grow the adolescent stage, and after that they become more mature, become adult, and the cycle, and when they become very older, they become the elderly person, and this cycle continues like this. Okay, now the life we animal we learn what is the
Yeah.
life cycle of an animal. So now
Animals.
we will,
Yeah.
you have any question?
No, ma'am. Just
Okay, fine.
taking down like running notes. Yeah.
Yeah. So the now we will try to learn the life cycle of a plant. That is very easy. From the very
Yeah.
small childhood, you were learning about that. So you you describe this. See, picture is in front of you.
Yeah, ma'am. So like so I just tell what I like know. So basically it starts off as a seed, ma'am.
Hmm.
Basically the like formation would be seed, and then there's a young plant, there's a mature plant. In some cases there's a flower and then fruit. In some cases there isn't. So basically the like names will be seeds. So seeds contain like the plant with leaves, stem and roots. Then it goes into germination. That is with like soil, water,
So is
sun.
it like
The
after plant come out, germination occur?
no, no, the process during the plant is coming
So
out is called
what is
germination.
the exact process, exact stage after the seed?
Uh, young plant, ma'am? Isn't it young plant?
No, this is called seedling. So
Seedling,
germination
yeah, yeah,
occur,
yeah.
yeah. So the germination
Got it.
occur in this time. Okay, the seed
Yeah,
you put into the soil, it germinate
yeah,
and become the seedling. The
yeah.
seedling slowly mature and grow into a young plant, or you
Stem,
can say a
yeah,
mature plant, and then
yeah,
they carry fruit and flowers. And yes, the
yeah,
cycle continues in this way. Fruit contain the seed, and again the cycle continues, right?
yeah.
Okay. So, what is reproduction? Now, come to the point. We are talking a lot during the life cycle. We told that reproductive period is the main period when they become reproductively mature and they can do reproduction. So, what is reproduction? We can say that reproduction is the process of producing offspring that are biologically or genetically similar to their parent. Okay,
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
fine. You understand the meaning of this sentence?
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Yeah, because we almost look like our parents, right? If it is
Yeah,
like,
DNA. Yeah.
yeah, if it is like asexual reproduction, there is no change, just carbon copy of their parent. In case
Mm-hmm.
of sexual reproduction, there is a combination, but we most means we are more alike with our parents. We like we have so much similarity with our parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So reproduction is mainly two types. Okay, sexual
Yes.
reproduction and asexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction is a type of reproduction where doesn't involve the fusion of gametes. There is no fusion of gametes. There is no two parents are required. There is no requirement of two parents. Okay, only one parent, only one animal can give rise to the other animal. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
obviously if it is coming from single parent, so there is no fusion of gametes, right? So there
Mm-hmm.
is no change in chromosome. Only chromosome change occur when there is a fusion of gamete, right? There is a crossing over will be there during the meiosis cell division. Crossing over will be there. So the both the parent will the character from both the parent will combine. Did you get my
Mm-hmm.
point?
Yes, ma'am.
You learn crossing over, right?
Yes, ma'am. We did.
Yeah. So during meiosis cell division, when the like a sperm and ovum come together, the nucleus they fuse together. So the chromosome they combine become the bivalent chromosome. So
Mm-hmm.
or we can say like homologous chromosome. Within the homologous chromosome, what happened? There is a crossing over, right? There is a
Yes,
change
ma'am.
of the segment so that the new character develop, right? So in case of asexual reproduction, there is no such change in the number of chromosome or the type of, it means change in the chromosome pattern also,
Yeah.
because you know there is no involvement of fusion of gamete. So the offspring that arise by asexual reproduction from either unicellular or multicellular organisms, they inherit the full set of genes from their single parent. So they become the carbon copy of or the Xerox copy of their parent. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But in case of sexual reproduction, it occurs when the sperm from the male parent and fertilizes with the ovum from the female parent, right? So they produce an offspring that is genetically different from both the parents because there is a mixing of genes. So both the parents are contributing. So it is not like genetically identical with any of the parent. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have learned about meiosis, can you tell me like how the chromosome number in human being or any animal who are doing sexual reproduction, it become remain same, like chromosome number is constant?
Like an example, ma'am?
Mhm. You have to justify this statement that we know that each species have a constant number of chromosome, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Like for
ma'am.
us, we can say
20.
2n number of chromosome, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how
23.
it is always constant? If there is a fusion of two gamete, two nucleus are
Yeah.
fusing, so chromosome number should be double each time.
Yeah.
But it is not happening actually. How?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because the chromosomes first they go in like pairs.
Sorry, can
They're
you
like in pairs, ma'am, like chromosomes. And like that there's again types of like mitosis and meiosis. So
no
like I'm not able to explain, ma'am, like
no
it's kept constant because of mitosis and meiosis,
no
because it reduces the number of chromosomes
yeah,
to
not
half
because
in
of mitosis. Because of
the meat
mitosis we
cell.
get.
Oh,
So what you will say? Tell me. Because of
I think you
meiosis,
can say
right?
that, ma'am, because of,
Meiosis cell division, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
if it is mitosis cell division, what will happen? Mitosis, what happened
yeah,
in
ma'am.
mitosis cell
Two.
division? One cell we get two cells, right? Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
But in
Yes,
case
ma'am.
of meiosis, the chromosome number 2n, by meiosis cell division it become n. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
So the sperm has n number of chromosome, the ovum also have n number of chromosome, right? Sorry, ovum.
Yes, ma'am.
So if they fertilize, n plus n will become 2n. So the 2n number is always constant, remain constant. Very, very important question. Keep it in your mind, okay? So due
Okay,
to
ma'am.
meiosis cell division, we know it is also called reduction cell division, right? Because the chromosome number become half of the parent chromosome or the
Yeah.
parent
Yes, ma'am.
cell, right? So
Yes,
we
ma'am.
know that in gametes, meiosis cell division occur, and in gamete, the chromosome number is always half because of meiosis cell division, right? So this half set of chromosome, when combined from both the parent, they give a full set, that is the 2n. So what a strategy our environment is taken, right? So every
Yes, ma'am.
time a 2n number of chromosome is present in an offspring, so our species is not changing.
Yes,
Fine,
ma'am. Yeah.
understood.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the thing. Okay, you can. I hope you can
Okay.
answer this question nicely, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Or you want to copy it, you can copy it.
Yeah, ma'am, like, can you tell me like in
I am
a
giving,
sentence way?
yeah, I'm giving you the question like why.
One second.
Sorry.
Ma'am, one
How?
second. I just write on a new page because
Yeah, sure. I'm writing just.
yeah, ma'am.
The question will be like that: how the chromosome number of a species remain constant
Yeah.
even there is a fusion of two gametes, okay? Or
Okay,
sometime
ma'am.
only this part is given, like how the chromosome number of a species remain constant. This might be
Yeah.
a question also, okay? So your answer
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have to write in this way that we know that during meiosis cell division,
Yeah. Ma'am, it's okay, ma'am. You can like tell me and I'll
you
just
just
write it
write
down.
it down. So we
Yeah.
know that during meiosis cell division, the chromosome number become half from the parent cell or from the mother's cell. Okay, whatever you can write. So
yeah, the
during
chromosome number becomes half
from the parent cell.
Okay, ma'am.
So when this chromosome, so in gametes, they have half set of chromosome. So in gametes, or you can say gametes have half set of chromosome.
Yeah.
As they undergo meiosis, cell division.
As they undergo
meiosis, cell division.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am.
So when this half set of chromosome combine,
when this
half set of chromosome from two gametes combine together,
yeah,
they make the whole set.
Ma'am, half set of chromosome from gamete and
from two gametes, from both the gametes,
yeah.
Okay, combine together or fuse together, they make the full set.
Yeah.
Okay, thus the chromosome number in a species remain constant.
Okay.
Then as an example, you can say this one, you can put this one. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In human, both gamete has n number of chromosome, you can say, and when they're combining, they are becoming 2n. Okay.
Yeah.
So can I scroll?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will learn some features of asexual reproduction, and there are many types of asexual reproduction also. Okay. So what are the features, general characteristics of asexual reproduction? They are like, single parent involved, that I discussed already. In asexual reproduction, single parent is involved. There is no fertilization or no fusion of gamete, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So there is no need of gamete formation also, right? So the process of reproduction occurs in a very short time. Obviously, if there is no fusion of gamete, so the process is very short, right? So the process of reproduction occurs in a very short time, and the organism multiply and grow very rapidly also. And the offsprings all are genetically similar. Fine, all are same. There is no difference.
Okay, ma'am.
Understand? Yeah. So what we got, what are the features you got? Like single parent is involved. There is no fertilization, no fusion of gamete, no formation of gamete also. The process of reproduction, obviously, if there is no involvement of other parent, so obviously the process is very, means the time taking is very short, duration is very short, and the offspring that grow very rapidly multiply also very rapidly. Okay, and all the offsprings are genetically identical because there is no change of character, right? There is no change of interchange of gene, so it is all are like genetically similar. So what are the types of asexual reproduction? Rather, you can say what are the methods of different type of methods of asexual reproduction. There are so many methods, like we will discuss one by one, like binary fission, budding, fragmentation, vegetative propagation, sporogenesis. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This chapter is done before, right, in your class? Did you learn these things, all these things?
Yeah, ma'am, we learned all of it.
Yeah, all these things are in your syllabus. So these are different types like binary fission, budding, fragmentation, vegetative propagations, and sporogenesis. Okay. So first, one by one, we will discuss on that. So binary fission, what happened? The parent organism, they just elongate their nucleus, then the nucleus divide, simultaneously the cytoplasm also divide, and the two organism is produced, right? Name, fission means divide. Okay, so by means two, so they divide into two. Fine, understand?
Okay.
So everything is hiding in biology, some terms are hiding inside the terminology only. Everything is hiding.
Yeah.
So what happened? Through binary fission, the parent cell divide into two cells. The cell division patterns vary in various organisms. Some are directional, with others not, while others are non-directional, right? So amoeba and euglena, they show this kind of binary fission. Just what happened, just like mitosis, the nucleus, but like the nucleus elongate first, then obviously, like
Yes, ma'am.
you can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So first the nucleus elongate, then you can, if you can remember the plant mitosis cell division, it is somehow same like this. First the nucleus elongate, simultaneously in the middle of the cell, the cytoplasm also constricted, okay? Then slowly,
Yes,
cytoplasm. Kirthana, you can hear me, right?
yeah, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Ma'am?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay, but I cannot hear you. What happened?
Ma'am, can you hear me now? Ma'am?
Okay,
Hello?
fine. Okay, so you can hear me, right? Okay, so you can see here.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. Okay, let me see. Let me check.
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes, okay, you rejoin. Hello.
Ma'am, what about now? Can you hear me?
Prasanna, I cannot hear you. Your speaker is doing some problem, I think. You can hear me, right? So I will continue. Okay, fine. I'm trying.